What's the long-term effect? Let's think immediate gratification.
So, is this like the first topic I'm doing the first month, or?
This, yeah, so the idea is that this would be, if you want, you could start here if you want. I mean, but this is ideas that you're bringing the kids through time. I think the Stonehenge one is kind of a cool project that I've done. Did you do the Stonehenge one before too?
Yeah.
So, and you can look here. The woolly mammoth one is pretty cool. That one is a nice product, the woolly mammoth.
And that's part of this, right? Or
This is
yeah,
ancient world.
yes.
Yeah, so the woolly mammoth one is a nice product.
So these are only examples, right? These two, or do I need to pick from those two?
This is one lesson.
Yeah.
So
But
this-
for
all you need is
example,
one
this
lesson.
one is under this too, and it's not here.
Oh, yeah, this is just one sample. This is,
Yeah, this is an
Yeah.
example, so I can look up if I wanted to.
you want to know where this one is, you mean?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you the answer. I only printed out first and second grade.
Okay.
This goes all the way through sixth grade.
Oh, so this is older. Okay,
But you
I
know,
see.
I always teach older to younger, because that's how I work.
Yeah.
So, but it's the very first lesson in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there, so
Yeah, I
maybe you
just wanted
should-
to know.
Yeah, so this is a sample of all the grades on here. This is because this
Okay,
way you can,
I see, yeah.
and what I was gonna say is, we could either laminate these for you, and you can have them as flip cards, or you could ask Miss Kristen if she wants to put them up in her room.
Okay.
So you could ask her on the first day, you could say, do you wanna put these up in your room, so she, cause it's like a timeline of art.
Okay.
If her room looks plain and she likes it, if she doesn't, we'll laminate them and you can have them as flip cards.
Okay.
So that's, up to her. So I only printed you out the options so you didn't get overwhelmed
Okay.
to look at K1,
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
that's why.
Okay. Yeah, and like all the other like classes are also until third grade. Like proper, like K to third.
Oh, so for you then, because now I know you're gonna do that, I'll give you the others. Sorry, because I didn't think that you would even think of this for the others.
Yeah, I think it will be easier for me. I think it will be easier for me to do that. And I think it's a little different in terms of proctor, but it will be good for them.
Okay. I'm gonna hand you guys out some more handouts and you can use the free-hole bench. This has grade level project suitability. We're talking about developmental, what kids, where they are developmentally. Is this Malia here?
Yeah.
This one's for you. This one's for you. There you go. And then this one is preschool art songs. Michael, you're not doing any preschool, so you don't need one of these. You're doing preschool. Lily, you're doing preschool. Tyria, you're doing preschool. Sandra, do you want to dab at the preschool? These are songs that you sing for preschool art.
Oh.
Okay. So that's this one.
My wife's a music therapist. I'd love to talk
Oh,
to
you-
her.
oh my
I would
God.
love to have one.
Oh, you do want it? Oh, okay. So hold on, let me print off some extras.
I would love to have a conversation with her about preschool art songs.
Well, I don't think music therapy would use them, but I'm still.
No,
happy
but
to
we
print
have some fun discussions, just music related and
Okay.
education.
you. All right.
No, I don't mind taking information's information. It never hurts.
Where is my Spanish?
They're cool. You told me you were gonna learn the Spanish ones.
Cool. I kind of have a hole in this because I didn't put
A hole in what?
holiday art in the right place, and now the only hole I have is May.
Did you use a pencil?
Yeah.
Okay, you got a
It's like a,
You can solve it. I believe in you. Just, you can use arrows if you need to, but probably for mine and Malia's sake, just cross it off and put where you want, if you want.
yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
So on our Google Drive, I'm gonna invite you to the Google Drive. That's where curriculum is that you can download for the after-school program. So I'll send you a Google link to that.
Would that be email?
That'll be an email that I'll send you. And let's see here. If somebody wants to to look at the lessons, if this is not overwhelming, you are welcome to look at this. These are the lessons that are some of the lesson plans for the Santa Rosa and Windsor schools that will be in the Google Drive. So they're not the ones that are here, these are the other ones, that some of them that you've already taught. So if you look at, where's your, this one? So September says Russian artist, so here. So these are the lesson plans for Russian artists.
For this month, right?
Yes, but I mean, all of these will be in the Google Drive.
But it's okay.
Well, so these, there's just one of these, and then this is October,
Oh, okay.
and then this is November, so this is just the title. If you want to make a copy of it, it doesn't really help you because it's just the title of them. The actual lesson plans are in the Google Drive, but if you wanted to look at them to get an idea of a lesson, say, oh, I never taught that, I wanna look that up. And then if you can't find it, then you could say, Lauren, I wanna make sure I have that lesson plan.
But here it says, like, what lessons we're doing that month, right?
Well, we're not gonna do all of them, so I'm gonna pick only a few.
Oh, I see.
You see what I'm saying? Like in
Okay, okay.
September, there's only gonna be 4 lesson plans.
Okay.
So I'm
this
in,
is all of the restrictions.
those are all of them, but I'm just gonna tell you, if, from the school point of view, you could pick all those, they'll be in Google Drive.
Yes.
You ready to go? That's okay, that's why you have a binder and you have all that stuff.
Do you want that?
I'm gonna copy it so you have it too.
Okay. Do you need us to put our names on it?
Yes, please, that's the most important part. Always in art, name is the most important part.
Name on paper.
That's right.
It's the first thing you
Sing
do
it.
before you start.
All of you.
You too. Definitely. You see me around. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, thanks, you too. Supposed to be not as hot.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I was like sweating in my sleeve last night.
You woke up in a little puddle, like, oh my gosh.
Good meeting you.
Bye. Good day. Bye, thanks.
Bye.
Yes, do you feel like you
What's the
understood
best
a
way you
little
can
bit
do
of what's going on?
this, because you've been doing it for a while? They're doing this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I don't have a rhythm.
I'm just throwing everything out there, like I do it, you in my
Just
heart.
throw ideas,
Throw it out
and then you,
paper.
and then just change it if you need to.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, that's what I mean, yay. Okay. What works for you, I should ask. Are you putting things you did on here? Because I put ones that aren't on here.
Yes, absolutely. I absolutely putting things off that are not on there.
Okay.
I put Bob Ross.
Oh my God, what a high five you
So, I know for a fact that there's no Bob
Let's
Ross.
paste under the
but-
clouds.
There is not.
I know for a fact there's no Bob Ross of this.
Damn.
So I,
Come on.
well, but the
Come
thing
in with
is,
a big afro.
I know for a fact there are Bob Ross kids books out there,
That would be
there's
so
no reason
awesome.
why we can't do it.
That'd
And
be-
she doesn't want to, I'll bring it and stuff.
That would be awesome.
Well, cause it's like, you know, it's
They
basically
like
a
it.
landscape
They're
painting.
into
They
it.
would dig
Well, cause
that.
it's
Yeah.
so current, it's
They-
like
they
so
are.
zeitgeist right now,
Yeah.
like it's on Netflix,
Because
the kids
The middle schoolers that I was teaching
Yeah.
last year, they all like.
talked about Bob.
Yeah.
I was teaching
I'll
2
say
weeks
eating our way.
ago over at the Carl Schultz Museum, and they were playing Pictionary, and they kept drawing Bob Ross.
Oh my god.
So I told them, I'm gonna bring in my Bob Ross doll. I forgot it, you know,
That's
come like by the
terrible.
they go, you have a Bob Ross doll? It's like, absolutely, I have a Bob Ross doll. So no, yeah, anything, you know, that makes it accessible,
That
why
and
not?
like comics,
Mhm.
all that, and we don't have that here.
Yeah, a comic class?
Yeah, like lessons and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. I remember them like, can we please do this?
Yeah.
Keep your crazy to yourself. Anyway, thank you.
Yes.
That's such a good idea. I love that idea.
No, yeah, just throw ideas out there, and if they don't work, then they don't work.
I saw somebody on YouTube and she cracks me up because I look at her, she does stuff on the computer, right? And so she tried to copy what he's doing. And he's tapping his paintbrush. So she has her pen and she's tapping on the edge of the
Yeah.
monitor.
I was just
I love
gonna
it.
say, Michael, the one thing I wanted to just say to you and Wendy is just I want to make sure that both of you can come next Wednesday
What time?
at 2 o'clock to Rams.
Can I bring my kid?
Of course, yeah, it's just the teacher meetings, the staff meeting.
Yeah.
They just want to hear from you guys what the lesson plans are for the year.
Okay.
I don't think it'll take more than 20 minutes, unless they start asking you a bunch of questions. But I mean, basically, you're just gonna present for like 5 to 10 minutes. Like, this is what we're teaching, it's the same as last year, only difference is it's 7 lessons long.
So we're going to the
So she
school,
was
right?
saying that there were 8. I didn't look
Or
closely
8?
enough. She said 8.
What did you
I don't have
write?
it. I don't have it. I wish I had it.
Okay,
Oh, hold on,
I only have for 7 classes. I only plan for 7 classes. If it's 8, then I'm
The
gonna have to,
schedule that you
I'm gonna
sent
have to
me?
change it. It's not gonna,
When you're driving to LA,
the
I counted up, each class had 8.
material won't change. I'll just have to
Okay.
figure out how to
You
split it.
wrote it for 7.
I wrote it for 7, yes. Because you
This-
told me 7.
The schedule has, okay, let's see what happened. This teacher has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'll just split, I'll
Add one more lesson to it.
make it work.
1, 2,
Is that
3,
also
4,
for
all of
5,
you?
6,
I
7,
counted
8.
11.
Is that for both, for portrait and for landscape?
Let me
Oh,
double
she
check.
just sent me landscape.
That
Okay, right.
is that one. And this is drawing.
That's really
1,
good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8, okay, I'll change it. I'll do it tonight.
More hours for you guys?
That's good for me.
She thinks that I have all the dates, but I don't have all the dates, so I will have them clarified. I'm meeting with her a little bit before your meeting, so I will be on campus before you guys. So if you guys just want to meet in the office at 2 o'clock, because I'm going to be meeting with her before
Okay.
that.
Did you want to follow me to the campus so you know where it's at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm good at it. Just give me the address. Where is it?
There's like 5 Roseland schools.
No, take, yeah.
Really?
You'll need
It's-
to, I went
Yeah.
there before.
And you got lost.
Well, I had to go a day
Everyone
ahead.
gets lost.
Really?
Well,
The first time
yeah,
I went to teach, I went to
I
3
went,
different schools.
I was at
Oh my
Shepherd,
God,
I was at
really?
Shepherd the first.
Everyone gets lost the
But-
first time.
Yeah, I made sure I went there the week before so that it would come the day, I wasn't like, where
Yeah,
am
and then
I?
after the fires,
Yeah.
my school moved to
Yeah.
a different school.
Oh,
and I went to
okay.
Oh my
2
gosh.
different schools.
Wow.
Yes, because she's in the other Roseland Middle School. She's
Yeah.
at Roseland Prep, Roseland Collegiate Prep.
No, okay,
And you're
yeah,
at Roseland
accelerated.
Accelerated, yeah.
And I was like, I'm here.
Oh my gosh.
Where is it? No, oh, there.
Yeah, no, I don't like, especially the first day, I don't like being
Will
flustered,
you copy
because it
Lily's?
throws me off for teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always get
So-
there like an hour before.
On the copier.
Oh my gosh, I'm like,
And then Michael said you can take his and copy his too, so that they each get a
oh,
copy.
nobody saw that.
I didn't see anything. I was
It's
eating.
old
It's
school.
okay.
She's
It's
gonna
okay.
old school.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So,
You didn't write yours on here on that? No. No,
I'm gonna have.
look at, you made us jump to your agenda.
I just.
No, it's amazing.
Okay.
There are
So,
3 schools
I
on
know,
the same
but for
campus.
example, this
Oh my
like,
God.
what
It's,
are
yeah.
Okay.
I
Or if
will,
you want,
I'll take you over there,
skip.
um,
if you want.
chat me next
Why
Wednesday.
don't you count backwards?
You'll know exactly what an
Circle
office is.
Right
So
down
next
on the back
Wednesday at 2
here.
is going to be the meeting now.
Which
They're
ones?
awesome
Oh, you
over
have
there.
for-
Okay, so you can
So
pretty much
for
walk up to
this Christmas
anybody
class, you're gonna be able to
and
do
just
all
say,
of
hey,
them.
where do I need to go? And they'll
But
point you
for
in the
in the
right
field,
direction.
Okay.
Once we get started,
Why all of
Yeah.
them?
Cause you're
all
gonna
the
be there all year
classrooms
long,
pretty
you're
much
gonna
just
have more
line up. You
classes
go
with
just
Miss
pow,
Kristen.
pow, 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 and I'll tell you,
You're
show
gonna have
you
more
all the
weeks with Miss
classes are.
Kristen, I
Okay.
think,
It's
than you're
super
gonna
easy
have
once you get
in
into the
here.
swing of it.
So
No,
next, she's saying next,
it
the
will be one
21st, correct?
I just caught your,
What?
that's yours, right?
Yes, this is
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
I have so many stickers on
Mr.
here,
Christen's
things that I wish
house, you
people would
don't have
talk
to
to me
stick
about,
them
because
on
that
the
everyone's
list.
talking
Well, cause that's the one that I
So
see.
you can move
It was facing
them
him
through
in
Yeah.
pages.
defense.
So
No,
you
it's
instead you
it's
can
a
do
funny
one,
sticker.
let's do 3, 4,
I
5,
have this sticker,
6,
where?
7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, it's
And
from a
there's-
custom
So there's
t-shirt
10 ones.
company.
Yeah,
Well,
because if
It's
you're
all
doing,
custom made.
Okay, I must have gotten a shirt. Cause I have
1,
that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because this week is usually.
Oh, I do know
Yeah.
that.
okay. So August, you'll only do like 2 lessons,
Mhm.
or, yeah, maybe 1, because you're just not starting until 1 week only.
Oh, right, this-
You're only gonna have, you're only gonna have,
It's a lot different than the
Yeah.
other one.
So
I'm
let's,
used
so
to
then
it.
it's 9.
Do you need
okay.
Are you
Back
with
up?
technology?
So do 1 week here, and then you can do a whole month here, or you can split these in half if you want.
Or just do this, like,
You can decide.
September and one thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And then do I, because it's an hour, do I give them, like,
Just do more, make it more in depth, or you can do a story with it, or,
okay, yeah.
yeah,
that's my
you can do some free draw afterwards, or, I think you could make it just more in depth. I mean, you're gonna have the kids who finish early at the beginning of the school year. Let me just see what else is on this, now that, this was supposed to be the very end, but the whole thing got skipped over, let me just see what got missed. And now the 2 of them,
Mhm.
you
I keep
hijacked me.
Mhm.
It's the same thing.
Okay, well, hold on, let me see if I can get them back for 2 seconds. Want to just make sure, let me just talk really quick about, the galas. Sandra left, Malia's okay. So this year, we're gonna do something different. Instead of doing a combined gala where we have, where you know what we did before, we're gonna do just an art gallery here in this space. So, we have our date picked.
I have a question.
Yes,
I know it was open to grandkids when we did the gala last time.
yes.
But, I wasn't sure if that was anything that the.
Roseland kids could do?
Yeah,
Well, the problem is you have like
a ton.
250 kids.
Yeah.
So what I would say instead is we could talk to Roseland about doing something on campus.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Because did you actually get a chance to look at the art?
yeah, I saw their
Yeah,
art.
There was
So,
some great stuff in there.
so what we can do is talk to them at the staff meeting when we go on Wednesday and see if they would like to do something. 'Cause
Yeah, because that would be really neat.
that can be a
It's-
question that we bring up
Yeah.
and see if maybe, I mean, the complication will be that the logistics of it. And so I'm gonna bring it up actually with Haley in my meeting with her before we bring it up with everybody,
Okay.
because that might have opened a huge can of worms.
Because there were some kids, I mean, there were some kids who were super shy about their work, but there were some kids who were really proud of it.
What we have done is like a reward,
Yeah,
and we picked like winners
yeah,
at Rams
Yeah.
before and announced it over the loudspeaker.
sure.
But I would be open if they wanted, maybe in the gym, we do something, but normally when you do an art gala, I mean, it's a huge event, and then it's like, are you gonna pay us extra to do it, because it's not like we're gonna just volunteer a whole bunch of time to
Is
do
there
it.
a way that maybe not even an event, but just a way to put it up there? for
Well,
them
so I'm
to-
saying,
you
to
know,
put it up
yeah.
as an event,
Okay.
you have to have something to put it on.
Yeah,
I mean, they have a gym, they
Yeah.
don't have anything besides the gym.
yeah,
So then you have to have something to put it on.
okay,
But we can ask, and maybe she has an easy idea.
okay,
So I will ask her and see what she has to say, and if they come up with a brainstorm, we can brainstorm something.
okay.
Because, let's see what they can come up with.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to do something. For after school, if you guys could keep 2 to 3 pieces of your student artwork throughout the year. So I would say that about any school day program that we would talk, the answer is we talk to the principal about doing something on site, whatever the school day is. So if it's for Village, it's doing it at Village. If it's for RCP, it's doing it at RCP. If it's for Rams, it's doing it at Rams. But if it's for an after-school program, they get invited into our art gallery. And the date is on our calendar. It's gonna be May 30th. So if you guys wanna put May 30th on your calendar, that is the date of our art gallery. Two reasons.
That was the thing that was added on the crew app.
Oh, it's already on crew, perfect.
I was like,
2 things, you don't have to attend the art gallery, but I would like you to have it on in your brain as a target for collecting the artwork. So we will need the art like a month in advance because we mat everything, put labels on everything, and then we're gonna hang everything and we're gonna sell tickets to it. So you need to be able to at least collect all your artwork, 2 to 3 pieces for each student. So how you do that is as a project is looking good, you have a portfolio and you keep that perfect. Benji said 5 to 8 p.m. So you're gonna keep, you're gonna tell the student, I'm gonna keep this for our art gallery. And so they don't think that they're never gonna get it back. Tell them they're gonna get it back at the end. Tell them the date, which is May 30th, so they know when the date is, and tell them their parents will be invited to go to that as well. Obviously them too.
so this is for the art gallery.
Art
And it's gonna
gallery.
be here.
Yes, I may change my mind, but that is my goal, is I'm gonna get some kind of dividers and put dividers up in this room and hang everything in this room and see if we can,
Yeah, we can use the other.
and use the dance room too, based on how much art we have, that will turn this into a gallery and invite people here.
So when I was doing grant, I was having some issues with wet work.
Okay,
And transporting that, throwing it into the portfolio, and by the time I got home, it was tacky. So then I made arrangements with Grant.
To leave
and
stuff?
To leave stuff, but then it got lost. I don't know if you recall that, but I was in communication with.
lost?
They lost it, yeah, because we were using the multi, I don't know if you remember. We were using the multi, and then they had a performance in there, and they moved us to the library. Well, in the transition between us using the multi and then them having their performance, the stuff got lost. And I was in communication with Mackenzie about that, and then the parents were informed or something like that, because that was a thing, because they lost it. So
wow.
is there?
I never heard that, and
Okay.
that's the first time we've ever had one lost.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So
Really?
so it.
That's the first time.
Yeah,
We have definitely had art be wet before and
Yeah.
asked to leave art at schools
Yeah.
before, and we've definitely done that, but that's the first time we've had them move our art,
yeah, well, because,
the move of a room.
because of the move of the room.
So that's the first time that's ever happened, so
Yeah.
if that were to happen again,
Yeah,
we should volunteer to go move our art.
okay,
But they need to inform us it's happening,
yeah,
and they probably didn't inform
they
us.
didn't tell, see, but the thing is, the person who I discussed leaving the art with was under the assumption that it was still there. And when we got back, he was very apologetic, but, because we left it, like, there was a piano in there, and we left it on the piano, and then I guess they used the piano, because there was like a bench, and then we were able to put it in the bench or on the bench or something, I forgot exactly what happened. But it
Sounds like a movie.
something happened.
So this is the thing, when, that's horrible,
Yeah,
you're putting that in upside down.
Oh, I didn't, I just did it with that, you mean?
Oh, this one's in upside down.
It is.
Oh, it's
The
printed
back is,
upside down.
yeah, the back is
Oh,
upside
yeah.
down.
Gosh, you printed it upside down? Ay,
It's still information.
It works.
It still works.
It's okay.
Breathe, breathe.
Okay.
Yeah.
When, in the future, whenever I borrow a school space for leading artwork,
Sure.
I scope out spots
Yeah.
that are totally unused, that I
Yeah.
think like cobwebs growing.
Yeah. But the thing is, they
Like a
had
piano
been,
The
that
piano bench wasn't
was
being
tucked
used
in
at
a
all.
corner. It was with like, had stuff piled up on top of
Oh,
it.
for real?
It was like, you know what, do you remember the room?
Yes,
Where
yes.
the girls' bathroom was, and there was that piano hiding under like all of
Oh.
those like, I don't know, they were like curtains or something like that that were piled
Oh.
on top of it, and
Oh, so
It
it
was-
was piled
it
up
was
there.
hiding in the back.
Oh.
It wasn't like a piano that was out
Oh.
and being used.
Oh,
It was a hiding piano that didn't.
so you did try?
Yeah, because
Oh.
there wasn't anywhere else we could put it, because
Wow.
that place was vacant.
Yeah.
That was like the only real corner that was like available for anything to be, to hide it. So, and then the thing is, he took it, he's like, yeah, it's safe here, nobody ever goes here. I was like, cool. And the thing is, that wasn't the first time we had stuffed things there. It was, we had done it, you know.
And
in
the other
previous-
times were fine,
We're fine, because that was before
the move.
before we had the performance. Or whatever was going on in there that, you know, the reason that we got moved to.
One more reason why we're not going back to Grant.
Yeah.
Well, I am sorry that happened.
Yeah.
That is
That was unfortunate. And,
unfortunate, yeah.
But anyway, logistically, it's good to discuss with them to leave stuff there, because I was having issues with the portfolio, getting everything back into my car, you know, getting it into the car, getting home, and even in the like the 5-10 minutes that it took me to drive from Grant to my house, it was tacky enough to like leave bits of paper, leave paint on
Yeah.
somebody else's
I
art.
think that happens to me in Proctor and.
Yeah, and the thing is, and these are the pieces, if I'm holding on to it, if they're not taking it home, it's because the kid is like, I really like this, I
Yeah.
want this to be in the gala. So if it's in my portfolio, it's a special piece.
Yeah,
And
is
then
there
if
a
it gets-
possibility for to talk to the school to
So normally
give
they-
us like a little space to put like, or a drying rack?
I mean, well, drying racks are expensive, but normally the answer is no when we just ask. I mean, this space at a school is a hot topic. It's a super hot topic. So,
What I did was I looked for, to put
Exactly.
like up, like.
and that's what you did with the piano. I mean, this is the thing is that if we look for where they aren't using and where the cobwebs are growing and we just put stuff up.
Yeah.
And then the issue is to also put a sign that says, Art and Soul,
Mhm.
after school art program, please don't touch.
Yeah.
That way they won't throw it away.
Yeah.
On a scrap piece of paper. That is the key, is doing that, because oftentimes if they just find stuff, they will throw it out.
Yeah.
So it's the key if you do, and not to do it every week.
Yeah.
Because if they do it every week, then they also have an issue. But once in a while, you get a teacher's room who's nice.
Yeah.
And that teacher, once in a while, no, honestly, like, we've been doing this for 17 years. And it all comes down to, if you get somebody's classroom who's like just a nice person, who's like, oh yeah, you can use this space. But really, people are, like, every teacher is usually like, no, my space is my space and I don't share it, and this is, because we're already sharing space.
Yeah, they were fine. I mean, I don't think it was intentional by any stretch. It was, there was a miscommunication. I mean, because the maintenance guy, was completely fine with it. You know, he's like, yeah, and he, after it had happened, actually made special effort to keep an eye out for our stuff. It's just, there was too much going on.
Yeah,
At
another
that
thing you
point.
could do that I've done is like, it's sometimes things that need to be dry for a little bit.
Yeah,
Tell them like, can you please like, when it's dry, like put it together in a corner.
Yeah.
Because it's already dry and
yeah.
that's what I've done.
Like, when it's dry, if it's dry, or even if it's not dry, I usually send them home with it unless it's
Yes.
something they want,
For the
Yeah, but
Yeah.
for example, if you're
Yeah.
not done with it,
Yeah.
you're continuing next week.
Yeah.
That's what I put it on the table and
Yeah,
you're like,
we,
hey,
we
you
had
can-
done that too.
Yeah.
When they moved us to that library annex or the music room or whatever it was, that was great because that wasn't anybody's classroom. That was just kind of like this functional space where people.
And there was room in there to leave
Yeah,
stuff?
there was absolutely room to leave stuff in there. And we did. We used the heck out of that room. And then unfortunately, they bailed, that one kid left and attendance dropped. But if that hadn't happened, we probably would have ended up back in the multi.
Well, yeah, these are things that and things have just changed over the years.
Yeah,
And people have become more tight in
Yeah.
terms of not wanting to share and less willing.
yeah.
But
They're nice
but
over there. I liked.
It's not that, if you find somebody who's willing to share, then I would just say like it's much better to approach, whenever you go in, always kill people with kindness.
Yeah.
Make good relationships, because it's in the relationships where you're gonna find, but if I ask at the administration level, they say no.
Yeah.
But if you go in and you build a relationship with somebody and then they're like the custodian, he'll watch your stuff or she'll watch your stuff, that's where you're gonna make that's where you'll get the special favors.
Well, I lucked out with Grant because they all knew me from the feed store. So.
They did know you.
They're like, I know. Oh yeah, you're that guy.
That's awesome.
So that worked out, but. Yeah.
Okay, so I just wanna make sure that I didn't miss anything on here that Lily might wanna know. I told you that I'm gonna send you the links for the Google Docs, the preschool, Art Fundamentals gets moved from Santa Rosa to Windsor. We talked about picking up students and tracking them on your roster. When you're picking up students and they're gone for more than 2 days, please send Malia a email so we can call the parents, so that all of a sudden it's not like a month later and they're like, my kid hasn't been going to this class, I don't want to be charged. But if they're missed 2 classes in a row, send us an email so we can reach out to the parents. That's the main reason for keeping track on your roster. I'm gonna send, I have if you guys wanna write this note down, there's a podcast, it's called Art Made Easy. I recommend it, and Art Made Easy 140 is on teaching kids with emotional and physical disabilities, and I recommend that one. But I like Art Made Easy just in general, there's a whole bunch of different art teaching.
Was it on YouTube?
It's a podcast.
Podcast.
But Art Made Easy AME 140 is the one on disabilities. Let me see if there's anything else on here. If you are teaching and you want to write, this is not a requirement, but if you write a month at a glance, like little paragraph, and you email it to the front desk, what you're doing, and you email it to us to send out to your parents, it goes a long way